be on my best behavior.
In 5, 4, 3. Did you actually do it at that time? Oh, okay, I was just messing.
Are we on the internet?
Oh, see, I wasted 5 of my 20 seconds. Well, hello, everybody. We're going to play Ninja Crusade today. My name's Eloy. I was actually the creator of this game, funny enough. And I'm going to run Ninja Crusade for you guys. I want to go through it so you guys all would have your sheets up. I just want to kind of go through the sheets real quick just so you understand how everything works. You'll notice that you'll have element, profession, tragedy, wartime role, clan. Those are the 5 choices during character creation that you'll make for your character. Those things will give you both a gift, which is a positive thing. Usually it's a +1 to a certain type of role whenever you're making that sort of thing. For instance, Kaede, if her element is water, her temperament is calm. So she gets +1 discipline to stay calm and ignore distractions. So it's wonderful. If you're rolling it with that intent, you get that. And there's 5 of those. You get cool special things for those 5 choices. Each one also comes with a trigger. And triggers are essentially negative things that you can introduce into the game to gain karma dice. To add to the karma pool. So we have 3 players. So your karma is 3. You have 3 karma right now. I just put it in the chat, and that's where I'm going to keep track of it. Karma dice, if we were in person, would be in the middle of the table. And anybody who wants to grab those dice for extra dice, or sometimes to activate abilities, it's fine to do that as long as everybody else at the table is okay with it. And that's basically how that works. So you can also fill your karma pool so you can fill it by activating triggers. You can do it by rolling really, really well. You can get it by rolling really, really poorly. Those are the main ways. So main ways how you get karma. There are other ways to get karma, but those are the 3 main ways that you get karma. And again, karma can be used for anybody, and it's fun. So there's that. Underneath your clan, you have contacts. Those are people who your character knows, and you can bring them into the scene. You can be like, I'm going to call up this person, and we're going to talk about this and that. And they will give you bonuses to the skill that is listed with them, which is fun. Your martial training is, because everybody has a little bit of it, is essentially your training outside of being a ninja. Like it can be extra things, swordsmanship, martial arts. For instance, Kaede has, because that's who I have up right now, she has crane style martial arts that she knows, but she also knows portents, which allows her to sense ki and stuff like that. Let's see. There's Kaneo is also in it. Ryota has Master of Spies, so you have gatherers. So if you need information or things like that, then you can ask them to go get you information, which is fun. You also have patience, so you also have crane style. We have 2 crane style people here. That's interesting. And then Kunio has eagle style. So he bird styles, though, I'm noticing it's a theme. So he has eagle style. He also is a swordsman, so he has an extra training in sharp style. And the way that the weapon styles work is when you have a weapon, it has certain weapon qualities. So as long as the weapon has the quality that you're trained in. So this is sharp style, which would work with a sword, but also a knife or anything that has a blade. It has a sharp edge. It'll work with it. So it's fun. Underneath that will be your jutsus. So you will usually have your clan jutsu listed first, and then any other jutsu that you have after that. When you're making a roll, in this game, we roll d10s. You'll figure out what you're trying to roll first using your skills. So for instance, if we wanted to sneak in the forest, that would be a stealth plus survival roll, because sneaking in the forest. If you wanted to fix a wagon, you would roll crafts plus travel, because you're fixing something that you use to travel with. It really becomes pretty comprehensive as soon as you understand how each skill kind of encompasses what it does. So feel free. A lot of the time, I will throw out a suggestion. Feel free to say, can I roll this instead? Or, whatever. If you have a different idea of how you might be able to do things in a fun way, there is no like set. There's a lot of common combos that I'll be like, roll this. But if you have a cooler idea, just let me know. Everybody has both health and psyche. That is your physical and your mental integrity. So you'll notice some people might have higher health and lower psych. Sometimes they're in the middle. That's how many points of damage essentially you can take. Then you have your yin and your yang. Your yin and your yang are essentially your key balance, and that it tells you what you can use kind of on the fly. You can meditate to mold more ki, but then usually after the moment has passed, you'll go back down to your base levels again. It'll fade away, and then next time you need it, you have to form it again. So when you're using jutsu, you don't necessarily have to spend. You just have to have at least the minimum amount to activate a jutsu. But if you do spend it, it gives you extra successes and stuff like that. So it's good. Initiative. Okay, so in this game, initiative is static. So notice there's no +5 or anything. So Kaneo is not a +5, it's 5. So you will go at a 5. I'll tell you what that means later on, because that can be adjusted, because this is a ninja game, obviously. So there's ways to mess around and do fun things with that. And yeah, all right, so cool. That is pretty much the game. Everything is D10 pulls, and you can pull from the karma pool as long as everybody else is good with it. I ran a game once and it was funny because the person who was playing Ryota was just like, I'm going to use can I have some karma dice? Because I'm going to smack this dude. And the rest of the group was like, no, we don't want you to do that. No, you can't have those dice. So, and that's okay. Like, you don't always have to say yes. I notice a lot of people are just like, yeah, I guess you can just, it's okay to stand firm on that kind of decision. Do you guys have any questions for me in terms of the basic mechanics there? All right, cool. Oh, actually, I said you're going to roll this many dice. Oh, gosh. So when you're combining your skills, you would roll that many dice. So for instance, let me go back to my staple. If you're sneaking through the forest, so Kaneo has, let's see, stealth 3 and survival 0. So if you were sneaking through the forest, you'd roll 3 dice. If Kaneo wanted to fix a wagon, was it crafts 1, travel 2? So you'd also roll 3 dice. 7s, 8, and 9s count as 1 success. 10s count as 2. There you go. All right, that's the part I forgot to say. I knew there was something. All right, cool. So let me go over here. All right, so you guys are ninja of the various clans of the Ezo Empire. The Ezo Empire has launched the Ninja Crusade, hence the name of the game. The Ninja Crusade is that the Ezo Empire, the emperor himself, is sending his soldiers into the forest to take down ninja. And he has actually, I believe in the book, he had already basically wiped 3 clans off the map before the rest of the ninja said, maybe we can't each individually take on the empire. Maybe we need to work together, even if we hate each other. So that's where you get these weird, crazy groups of ninja, and they're just like all these different abilities and backgrounds and clan, and not all the time do they like each other. For instance, Kunio, who is Jeff, his clan is the Grasping Shadows. They believe that they are the true ninja. They also believe that they are the first ninja clan, even though, of course, Anders's clan, the Grasping Shadows, would believe that they are the first ninja. There's actually a competition between the two. They both believe they were the first ninja. And whereas Kunio's, the Grasping Shadows, they're more stealthy, shadowy, assassin-y types. The Hidden Strands, which is Anders's, Ryota's clan, they are politicians and nobles, and they also quite literally pull strings, because their whole ability, they actually have strings attached and they can send them out to do weird things, very Spider-Man-ish, which is fun with them. Kaede is actually a member of the Living Chronicle. The Living Chronicle is a what's the word? An order of monks, essentially, who tattoo history on their body. And their eventual goal is when they die and they have accumulated so much knowledge on their body that they will be preserved and hung in the great library in the land of crashing waves. So it's a weird monastic order. You do you is basically what I say with them, but it is what they're doing. So it's fun too, because they are not all members of the order are ninja. So they've kind of implanted themselves in the order. So a lot of the time you might see one and they're not actually a ninja, but sometimes they are, and that's the fun part. Same thing with nobles in Ryota. Like, not every noble is, but a few of them are. Pretty much all the Grasping Shadows are ninja, because why would they be members of the thing? All right, cool. So I'm gonna run an adventure that I actually haven't run for a bit. So hopefully it works. I'm gonna run this adventure. It's called Another Way. And it actually takes place along the border of the Ezo Empire and the land of Seed and Blossom, which is another nation that exists. God, the Ezo Empire is terrible. They're basically just trying to take over everybody else's nations. So there's actually an uprising happening in the land of Seed and Blossom. There's a whole other book called The Land of Seed and Blossom that, so there you go. That's where this adventure comes from. And of course, you as a ninja from the Ezo Empire, you're like, well, maybe we can get some of them to come and help us over here, and we can combine forces, because even more ninja will be good. So even more ninja will help out. It's great. So I'm going to start. So you guys are your group, like you've hung out together, you've traveled together. There's no, introductions or anything necessary. You guys know each other. But I'm going to go ahead and start. So we'll see where we get. So you have been in Kahike, which is the town that this takes place in, Kahike, which is, let me see, it's one of the stolen cities within the Ezo Empire, but basically right along the edge of the border between the two nations. So the Lotus Coalition, which, the Lotus Coalition is the group of ninja who are all working together. It's all the clans together. I'll stop using like weird terms now. So the Lotus Coalition was very clear that they wanted to be properly prepared for the guests that are arriving today. You have been staying in the home of Ika Sino, a popular artist in the city and also a member of the Bamboo Herbalists. She is a comely young woman of 24 years of age. Comely, that's a weird word. What does comely mean? Does that mean
like attractive?
Comely means attractive? I would think it meant like normal. That's weird. Okay, cool. Well, she's comely then. That's such a weird word. Not a word I've ever used.
Comely and homely.
Yeah, like it's weird. The best thing about the house is the strategic view of the gates of the city, which led the coalition to choose this house as a meeting place. Sino, being the daughter of Ika Kaijin, also had a lot to do with it as well, opting to have the meeting here for the view and the fact that Sino has many visitors to see her work, because she's an artist and she's pretentious, apparently. So no one would question visitors in her house either, not even foreign visitors. As soon as the delegation of the Blossom Ninja enters, that's you guys enter the gate, you will know. Almost as if heaven had fated it to be, the gates of the wooden wall slide open to let a new influx of travelers in, as this thought runs through the group. The man looking through a spyglass beside the group nods his head. The Blossom ambassadors are hard to spot. Oh God, okay. The Blossom ambassadors are hard to spot in the crowd of travelers, but they do not blend in perfectly. It seems it is time to prepare for your guests and see what this requested audience is all about. I speak better than I read. That's the problem. Uh, if I'm just talking, I make no mistakes. So Kahike is a medium-sized city, mostly under control of the bamboo herbalists, though they have mostly stayed out of public eye since the Ninja Crusade started, obviously, because if you use blatant jutsu, then people might be like, there's a ninja, and then the armies come after you. So it's not always that fun. So yeah, there's a large wooden wall built in a semicircle around the official entrance to the city. That's what moved aside. And yeah, so the Ezo Empire mostly keeps, there's like a very, very small presence here. So there's the occasional soldier and stuff because they have to keep up appearances. But really, they don't have any real power here in this city. So let's see here. So the Blossom Ninja should prepare themselves for the meeting. So you should prepare however you would prepare. Now, just imagine that the three of you are here to receive, foreign dignitaries, essentially. So how do you three prepare for this?
I'd be looking for books, I guess. Like scrolls and books.
Okay. Books on any particular topic?
I guess like diplomacy.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, Ryota's pretty good at diplomacy because he's already a noble.
Maybe like the history of the place that we're.
Oh, like you want to brush up on your customs.
Yeah,
like your etiquette and stuff.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Can you make let's say make a double knowledge roll.
2 d10s.
Whatever your knowledge is times 2
gotcha.
and dice.
Knowledge times 2. Come on. Yeah.
So your knowledge is 2, so you'd roll 4 dice.
Okay. 4. Wow. Okay. So that looks like a 10, a 2, a 6, and a 3.
So a 10 would be 2 successes. So that works. And ones don't matter unless you don't get any other successes. Yeah. That's when ones suck really bad. All right, cool. So I'm going to say with 2 successes, you're able to brush up pretty well on your customs. I think that's a good way to prepare. Say that again.
I was just thinking if I found a book, I was wondering if I could use perceive the words.
Oh,
or setting of the words, maybe.
Of course you can.
No. Yeah. Okay. So that's transferring to my tattoos from books.
All right. Cool. And I'll show you how that works now too, if you want.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking at the wrong character. If you were rolling knowledge, you should have rolled a ton more because you're Kaede.
Oh,
like she's got knowledge 4.
That should have been a 4, so that would have been a 6.
Well, she's got 4, and her specialty is in the 5 kingdoms, which would give you an additional, because you're specifically asking about another kingdom. So yeah, you would have rolled 10 dice.
Oh dang.
So we'll roll it anyway. Roll 10 dice.
I didn't want
to correct anybody. I was like, I thought I was playing Ryota, but you know what?
That was me. I got confused.
Maybe at the moment. Shoot. Okay. Well, yeah, that's 8, and I'll just re-roll 2. Oh, that's hard.
That was a much louder roll.
Yes. Only seeing 1. Yeah. What do I need for a success?
7, 8, and 9 is 1 success. 10 count as 2.
Okay, so that would be a 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 successes.
Okay, so same result. I was gonna have you roll it because if you had gotten 5, you would have also generated an extra die for the karma pool.
Makes sense.
So that's why I was at least gonna let you get the real roll in, because then you could have gotten it. All right, cool. So yes. what does Ryota want to do? And I apologize for mixing that up.
I don't know. I'm doing the Ryota, sorry.
Yeah.
So I was thinking of kind of asking about town. We're receiving a dignitary, and how are they going to be received? You know, just because they're a dignitary in this town doesn't mean they're always going to be liked. So maybe there's some kind of gossip I can get about the town. I mean, we just walked into this city, and you know, I'm a pretty striking guy.
Okay. I'm down with that. Yeah, so let's make let's see. What kind of role would that be? Kind of just looking around town, trying to get information. Let's make that a knowledge and influence role.
Okay. Knowledge 2, let's tuition. My influence, that's discipline, that's intuition. Do I have influence? Am I spelling influence wrong?
Ryota definitely should have I'm sorry, not influence, persuasion, excuse me.
Ah,
My bad.
Persuade 3, knowledge 2. Okay, so 5 dice.
Okay.
All right. 2 8s, a 5, a 3, and a 2.
So how many successes is that?
I believe that's 2 successes at least.
You said
it's
two 8s?
Yes, a 5, a 3, and a 2.
Oh yeah, so that's 2 then. Okay, cool. I'm gonna say yeah, you're able to pick up. Essentially, they're essentially going to be coming via carriage. So they come from a clan. Their clan is called Ika. They're the bamboo alchemists, and you'll notice that the clan here in Izo is the bamboo herbalist, which is actually kind of an offshoot of the originator clan from the land of Seed and Blossom. So there's actually not any bad blood or anything. They should be received well when they arrive. So there really shouldn't be anything bad, at least. Crossing fingers.
Okay.
All right. What about Kaneo?
So we are receiving them in a home for this delegation, is that correct? And I have access to that home?
Yes, that's Sino, Ika Sino. And you notice her last name is Ika. Yeah. So she she's from that family line as well.
Kunio, ever wary, knows that meetings with others can at times go wrong. So he is going to make sure that the meeting place is carefully curated with many hidden objects that can be used as weapons. So perhaps a sharpened spoon on a table, perhaps a jar containing sugar can be thrown in the eye, perhaps a hidden letter opener under a table, that sort of thing. So that if something goes wrong, he has many weapons and in immediate reach.
I think that that's a grand plan, honestly, and fits in really well with what he does. So, so what I would say is make a stealth roll. Let's say stealth and let's make a stealth and intuition roll to figure out the best places to hide things. And you'll notice that he has a specialty in concealment, which is specifically hiding items. So
do I get a bonus when I roll?
So you would get an additional die for that, correct?
Okay. So I'm just only because I don't have anything for intuition, so I'm just gonna roll 4 die.
So then that's 4 for stealth. Yep. Yeah. He's super stealthy.
I feel like Jean Mugen and Fu.
I'm sorry, say that again.
What did you say, Adam? Oh, we lost him.
Me or Jeff. I feel like we're like Jean Mugen and Fu.
I think Tony made a joke that this is common for Adam to have kind of not good internet, I guess.
Well,
okay.
That's exactly.
True story.
We'll make it work. I feel like
7
what
and
he's
above,
saying is
right?
funny though, so I want to
Yeah.
hear it.
He felt like we were Gene, Mugen, and Fu.
Only on Tuesdays. Gene Mugen and Fu from Samurai Champloo. Yes.
I love it. I love it. It's great. It's wonderful. So did you make your roll? I'm sorry, Jeff. Did you make your roll?
Yeah, one success. Sevens and above are success, right? One success.
Seven and above, 10's count as 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, one
All right. So you're hiding weapons. Hiding weapons. Okay, cool. All right. So so the 3 of you are there to kind of receive and be there as part of the meeting. You don't necessarily need to be like the main people talking or anything. You're mostly there to observe on behalf of your clans and just know what's happening, and if anything goes down, you know, essentially kind of what Kunio is thinking, like if anything goes down and we gotta get rid of this. So since you guys you know, you're done preparing and you're readying yourselves, you send the messenger to go ahead and let them know that it's, you know, you're ready to receive. And they come up in, you know, a carriage, and you see them and they get out, and you'll notice that they have jewels in the middle of their foreheads, all the ones from the land of Seed and Blossom, which is it is a thing that all ninja in the land of Seed and Blossom, they have what's called a birthstone. When they're born, there is a special clan called the Crystal Bearers that their job is to place the birthstone into each baby that's born, who has to each baby. So everybody in the nation, not just ninja, have birthstones, and it's a thing over there. So, and you know, they're not big; they're like little tiny things. So inside Ikasino's house, there are various paintings and sculptures that she has created, and the meeting takes place in the common room. The gist of the meeting, because you know you're there to mostly observe, but the gist of the meeting is concerns plans from the Sisterhood of Blood, which is one of the clans from the land of Seed and Blossom, which is laid out by a letter the Blossom Ninja present. The plan is quite simple. The Izo and Blossom Ninja stop antagonizing each other and start working together to bring in Izu Ninja to help kick the armies out of the land of Seed and Blossom. In return, essentially, you help us free our lands, and then we'll come and help you when we're free. You know, there you go. Excuse me. There are certain things that the Blossom Ninja want, such as regaining control of the Oakleaf province, which probably won't sit well. But the deal seems sincere and honest. It may be worth checking out, since working against Blossom Ninja has already proven to be counterproductive for everyone's causes. So when the meeting is coming to an end, there is a disturbance heard from the courtyard. You guys start hearing like a wagon get, you know, pushed over or something from outside.
Is there a back door?
I'm gonna actually say that you guys are, well, yeah, there's a black door. Yeah.
Has everyone else noticed this commotion?
Yeah, it was pretty loud. You don't know what it is, but you know, it's loud. It came from outside.
I think I'm going to be scanning the room to see people's reactions.
Okay. What about you, Adam?
Can I peek out if there's a window or slats or something and see what's going on? Try to stay
Oh yeah,
hidden
most definitely. When you kind of peek outside, you notice that there are I'm gonna say from the angle that you're probably at, you see 3 bandits kind of approaching the house. They've basically disabled the wagon that the Blossom Ninja came in on. They seem to be approaching the house with weapons, so they are definitely coming in to attack.
Kunio would like to slip out the back door and come around beside or behind, actually possibly above if I can get on the roof quickly. But my fighting style is not straight in the face. I want to, if they're trying to surprise us, I'm going to turn the tables and surprise them.
Gotcha. I would say that they're not necessarily trying to surprise. They're
Right.
they're kind of more brutes. So they're kind of just
Sure.
they bash the thing and then they're coming to the front door. So
Mhm.
so your plan is to slip out the back.
Yeah, slip out the back and try and get at them from either above or beside, like to come at them from an angle they're not expecting.
Okay. Sounds good. Let me bring up some stats here real quick. Let me see, page 164. Yes, that is them. And page 160. Oh God. Can you bring open the yeah, I think I can. Okay, cool. All right. So yeah, so let me see. Kaede, you were saying that you were kind of looking for everybody else's reactions. You see Kunio is immediately rushing to the back door. You see Ryota, obviously looking outside and reacting. I assume Ryota says that there are people approaching the building.
I was envisioning that we were like in a town hall, like with a bunch of
No, you're in an artist's
one?
home and you're just
Okay.
like in the living room.
My
Like,
bad.
yeah, no, it's fine.
I would probably look to see if I could look out the window too.
Okay, well then you saw the same three. Well, I would say probably Ryota saw three, and then you see two more. So that there's 5 bandits that are approaching the house. I was trying to give a partial there. All right, cool. So now we're going to look at initiative here. All right. So looking at initiative, what is everybody's initiative, I guess?
I am
9.
9 for Adam. Wow. All right. Kunio, I know from earlier, has a 5.
8.
And Kaede has an 8. Okay. And then let me see here. Bad guy also has an 8. And other bad guy. Because of course there's more than one. They have a 6. Okay. It's not actually that bad. You guys will be fine. All right. Attack 5. Okay, cool. All right, cool. So going with initiative, Ryota's gonna be able to act first in this round.
So they're going right for the front door.
Yeah, they're gonna the first thing that they're gonna do on their turn is bash in the door.
Alrighty. So I turn to Ika Sino. I say, apologies in advance for the door, Lady Ika. And I use my jutsu thread web and block the door.
Oh, awesome.
To make it tougher for them to get in.
Yeah. That's a great use.
So if they have to come in, they come in through the windows, or something.
Okay. So let's see. So Ria, let me see. Thread web. Here we are. So it's a basic yang, which means you have to have it. Oh, I'm sorry. There's a whole other thing. There's a whole step I forgot. So you need to roll 3d10. Roll 3 dice. This was the part that I forgot.
Alrighty. 10, a 6, and a 3.
10, 6, and 3, which would be 2. All right. And that's everybody roll those 3 dice. Sorry.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then tell me how many successes you got on those dice.
Looks like
Kunio got
2.
2.
Okay. And you got 3. Okay. So these are what's called your dynamic actions. So you get 3D, whatever successes you get on 3 dice plus 1, you'll get those every round. So that means Ryota will have 3, Kunio will have 3, Kaede will have 4. Now, what dynamic actions are essentially what make a fight like a ninja battle. So it's not just you go on your turn. You can use 2, I believe it's 2 to interrupt. You can spend 1 to raise or lower your initiative by 2. So, Kunio has a initiative of 5, but if he really wants to go first, he can be like, I'm going to spend, 2 of my initiative, 2 of my dynamic actions to bump my initiative up. You can do additional attacks. You can do counter attacks. You can, do lots of different things. I believe it's in the thing I sent you guys, the list of different dynamic actions. Yes, it's on page 6 if you look at it. So there's offensive uses, defensive uses, other uses. It can net you extra dice, bonus damage, more actions, all kinds of stuff. The first thing that Ryota would need to do, though, is spend one of his dynamic actions to do a Zen Mind and essentially mold Ki, because Thread Web is a basic Yang jutsu, which means you have to have at least 1 Yang. And if I looked at it correctly, it looks like he does not have any Yang.
0 Yang. Yes.
Yeah. So you would have to spend at least 1 dynamic action right up front to mold a Yang.
Okay.
And then bam, now you have 1 Yang. Now you can do it if you want.
Okay. Yeah. Still want to do that. So I'll go to two dynamic actions. And then I have to roll plus my crafts.
Right. So you're gonna roll Yang plus crafts.
And that is just 0 dice for my Yang.
Well, no, so you have 1 Yang now.
Oh, okay.
Right. That's why you have to have at least 1 in it. So you have the die. But you have 0 crafts, I notice.
I have 1. And I have to roll at least a 6. It says health equals success.
Health, the successes that you roll is the health of the web.
Oh, okay.
How much damage the web can take. 6.
6.
All right. All right. We will do that. Now, technically, that would be 0 successes, by the way, because it would be one success if it was a 7 or more. I'm going to say that it's got 1 then, at least. So here's something else you could do if you wanted 2, for instance. You could say, I'm going to use my standard action and then mold an additional Ki with a dynamic action. Then you would have 2 Yang, for instance. So you can do that if you want. Then that would only leave you with your 2 dynamic actions, because you have your regular action and then you have your dynamic actions on top of that. So
Gotcha.
So if you want to do that,
use a standard action to mold Ki. Yes.
Right. Okay. So you use a regular action, then you can spend the dynamic action to mold 2 instead. So you do that anyway. So do that, and then roll an additional die, see if you get anything.
9 that time.
Okay, so good. Now I don't have to give you 1.
Makes it a little bit better.
You got your 1. You got your 1. It's good. All right, cool. So he throws the thread web. Awesome. All right, cool. So then the next is Kaede.
I think I'm going to get in a defensive stance in front of, I'm assuming that there's art, since this is the house of a famous artist.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Because I'm here to protect like historical information and art relics.
Awesome. I think that's a great idea, actually. All right, so you're kind of getting in a defensive stance to defend. Is there anything that you can do with that, or essentially it sounds like you're kind of just holding your action?
Yeah.
Let me see if there's anything additional that you can do with those. Yeah, not really, not actively at least. So if you're just going to hold your action, what she does have is she has a jutsu called Like Water, which is pretty cool, which essentially, gets her moving, makes everything, it gives you bonuses to all your defense rolls. So that's actually something cool. Maybe you could spend your standard action to do that and just hold on to your dynamic actions if you want.
Okay, yeah, I think I'll do that. That makes sense.
All right, cool. So for you would need yen plus intuition is what you would have. So it looks like you have 3 yen and
3 intuition.
3 intuition. So you can roll those 6. Excuse me.
No worries.
If you didn't want to mold any Ki, additional Ki obviously gets you additional dice for your jutsu.
Shoot, that is a 1. 1 success.
1 success?
Yeah.
All right. So, well, 1 success is fine. it's a demo game. Technically, I believe you need like 2 successes, but we're just gonna say it worked. It just worked. It worked. It's fine. So I'm gonna bend all the rules for you guys. It's great. So yeah, basically it's gonna give you +2 to all your block, dodge, brace, and find cover rolls, which is basically the majority of the defensive rolls. All right, cool. And then you're gonna just hold on to your 4 dynamic actions. Got it. All right. Kunio, you make it to the back and you start going up to the roof. And when you are like about, I would say halfway up the wall that you're scaling, you see staring over the ledge, you see this golden this golden like face mask. And you know this is a member of a ninja clan called the Golden Lions. This is the only ninja clan that works with the Empire. So he has an initiative 8 as well. So he's going to take his turn now as you are scaling the building. He is going to, where's my dice? Oh wait, I didn't have my dice. I have a die roller. He is going to essentially use momentum and whatnot, and he's going to he takes out his sword and just is coming down. He's just going to drill you with his sword. How would you like to defend against this?
Let's see here. That's page 6.
Page 6 is dynamic actions. Yeah. Let me see.
Types.
Yeah, page 7 is defense types.
Yes. Let's see here. I guess I want to get out of the way of that attack.
Okay, so you're going to go ahead and do a dodge.
Yeah.
A common roll for dodge is athletics and speed. So you will roll your athletics and speed together.
Guess I should look and see if that's good for me or not.
Probably. I'm not looking at your character, so I don't know if it's good for you. I assume it's good for him, though. Those should be good for him.
Athletics 2 and speed 2. So I got to roll 4 dice.
That's 4 dice. I mean, it's not bad. That's not as good as it could be, but it's not bad.
2 successes.
Okay. And I rolled, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 successes is what I rolled. So that means that he's going to do 2 damage to you. That's you rolled 2, canceled out 2 of mine, but he's going to do 2 damage plus 1 for the sword. So yeah, damage plus 1. So he ends up, drilling down. You guys land on the ground. Bam! Actually, add an additional damage to that for the momentum of the fall. So that's 4 damage.
Okay.
And wow, that was a good attack. Yeah. All right, cool. So that's going to be his turn at this point. I think I'm going to hold on to his dynamic actions. I'm not going to use them. Might use them to counterattack whenever you attack him. So now the way you can take damage. Damage can be taken in an array of different ways. Obviously, there's health and there's psyche. I did 4 damage to you, so that makes a lot of sense that you're like, oh, I'll take 4 damage to health. You could also be like, oh, I'm going to take 2 damage to health and 2 damage to psyche because he surprised me and now he's got me, shaken a little bit. So now I'm going to take some mental damage too. You could also be like, I'm going to take, 2 points of this, but I might take a level 2 bleeding. So you can also start taking like conditions and stuff. That's usually, you don't want to do that right now because this is the beginning of the fight. But if it gets to the point where you're taking so much damage that you might die, it's better to be bleeding than dead, essentially. So it's better to have a broken arm than to be dead. So it's different ways that you can kind of manipulate the damage that you're taking.
Gotcha.
Which is fun.
I think one to health and 3 to psyche because I thought I was going to be sneaky and catch these guys off guard. Instead, I got caught off guard, and I'm not used to that.
That makes sense. So you're not even that much hurt. You're more just like your pride is hurt.
Yeah.
I love it.
Surprise.
I love
Surprised
it.
that other ninja got the drop on me.
All right, cool. So then it's actually the bandits' turn. So one of their turns is going to be, yes, they're going to attack the door. And I'm going to say that attacking the door, it was held by the thread web, so they weren't able to break it down entirely. So they're going to have to spend an additional round to break it down. So that's two of them had to break it down instead of just one. One is going to burst through the window and is going to go for Kaede. So there's 5 of them. 2 of them were just to break down the door. Then one of them is jumping through the window. So I'm going to do this attack on Kaede. Let's do it.
Dare you?
Where are my stats here? I don't remember where my stats are. Oh no, they're over here. Okay. Okay. So he's coming in and attacking you with like a bat.
A bat. Okay. Then I will use deflect to attack. Or
Well, you can just block essentially.
Okay.
So here's the thing with deflect attack would be, for instance, if you were deflect is if you're
use a
using a
jutsu.
jutsu, right? So
Right.
if you're like,
I
if
could
you don't
use
have a
counter.
jutsu activated, you can deflect it with a jutsu, which is fun, but you're just blocking, so it's fine.
Okay. So how much do I have to roll for
So blocking is usually fighting and speed.
fighting?
'Cause
Speed? Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Fighting.
And then you would add +2 for your jutsu, which means you're going to deflect this. I only rolled 5 dice, and I think you're
Gotcha.
rolling way more than that.
So yeah, my fighting is 3 and my speed is 2. So that is 5.
Plus the 2, so you're rolling 7.
Gotcha. Like that. Thank you. Go to those dice. Dang it. Sure. 7. That is 5.
5 successes?
Yes.
Wow. I only got 2 successes.
Okay.
So good job there. You were definitely able to deflect or
Can I use dynamic
defend.
action to counterattack?
You may definitely use a counterattack now. So that would spend one of your dynamic actions. And now you can counterattack. How are you going to attack?
That would be my martial, the pushing on crane's wings.
So almost everything is just pick 2 skills. Like how are you?
Oh,
If you tell me how you're attacking, then we pick 2 skills that represent that.
Well, he's attacking me with a bat, so I'd probably try to change the momentum and just try to uppercut him.
Okay. Hey, so let's do that. I like that. But when you're using let's make it a fighting and intuition, since you're kind of using the momentum of the moment and reacting in a certain way.
Yeah, makes sense. Intuition is 3 and 3, so that's 6. So that's just one more.
I like that every time it's time to roll dice, it just goes. It's like this.
Sorry.
No, I find it humorous. It's okay.
That is a 2.
2 successes. All right, cool. Let me defend for him real quick. I forgot I was supposed to roll as well. Apparently, I'm supposed to roll. I got 0 successes, so you will have defeated him most likely. Let me see how much health they actually have. 160 is where they're at. Bam, bam. There's 5 of them. You did 2?
Yes.
Okay. They actually each have 4. So you got that one down by half then.
Yes. Better than nothing.
Hey, there you go. The cool thing too about them is that since they work as a squad, each one of them that you take out, it lowers the dice pool for all the others because they work in concert. So I'm rolling not actually that much dice because they're not that powerful, but I will be rolling less dice as you defeat them. It will go down. All right, cool. So, oh, hold on, I have 2 more. So one more is going to come through the door and is going to attack Ryota. Why not?
All right. So I haven't attacked though, right? Using my jutsu wasn't an attack.
It counted as an action, but not an attack, right?
Okay. So I do have crane style, so I do get +1 to my defense.
Okay. Is that what that says? Let me read it.
With no attacking, it gains +1 to all defense checks for the round.
Oh, yes. Yeah. If you haven't attacked, and if you choose not to attack, like I'm not attacking this round, then yeah, then you would get a bonus. That's pretty cool. That's a good one.
Alrighty. So yeah, he's coming at me.
Okay.
Let's see what
Also a
happens.
bat.
Okay.
This guy's also coming.
Do the bat dance.
Dude, yes, he does the bat dance.
That's 1. I needed to do 1.
Well, I mean, I'm wearing
You've got the
the shirt for
You've
it,
got the
so-
shirt on.
I have the
yes.
shirt on for it, so it's good.
All right.
So, okay, so let
so-
me roll my attack. How are you defending?
I guess let's see. I'm not very athletic or good at fighting, just like real life.
We have, let me
And
see,
I've
you
already-
have fighting 2, you have speed
Yes.
2. So that's a good block right there.
I'll try
You
to
know.
block it. I've already used my jutsu, unless I can use a dynamic jutsu, but I already kind of used one, so I
Yeah, do you have another jutsu you want to use?
let's see. Intuition.
The only other one that looks like it would be useful in this would be if you wanted to throw another thread web, but then it's still only 2
Yeah.
dice. Like you're better off probably blocking.
I'm probably gonna just block. Yeah, that's the best. Alrighty, so I get 4 there.
4 dice.
Do you roll first? Do I roll first?
We can roll at the same time. We get 5 dice because you're +1.
Oh, right. All right.
And I'm also rolling with 5 dice.
So
And I got
it
1 success.
looks like 2 successes. I got
Okay.
it's 7 or above.
7, 8,
8 or
and 9
above.
is 1 success, 10 is 2.
I got a 7 and a 9.
Okay, so you got
And a
2.
3
I
and a
only
4
got
and a 6.
1. So they missed. Do you want to counter attack? You have a couple of dynamic actions. But if you do attack, then
let's
you'll
see.
lose your bonus to any
I
future
lose
defenses.
lose my patience. There's a lot more coming. Well, are our friends helping? Are they here too?
The next one is
There-
actually not going to attack you guys. The next one's going to attack the Blossom Ninja from the Sisterhood of Blood.
Okay. Then I'll hold off. But is using one of my dynamic actions to say slowing them down help? Like that's just another use. I can just slow them down, maybe trip them up with the threads that are at the door or something like that to slow them down.
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay. I'll use one of my other dynamic actions, and you said that the next person was going to be attacking someone from the village, so hopefully just drop their initiative by 2, see if they can be attacked first.
There you go.
Like
yeah.
they
No, that's good.
and that
All right. That's cool. And yes, you can totally do that. It says in the rules that you can raise or lower your own, or you can mess around with other people's initiative too. So yeah, you can totally do that. Cool. Awesome. Okay, yeah, and then the last guy comes in, the last of the bandits comes in and is now tangling with the ninja from the Sisterhood of Blood. And the Sisterhood of Blood, just so you know, they're all women, obviously, Sisterhood. And when she starts activating her jutsu, like blood just starts running down her, like she's dripping in blood now. It's really, really gross. So the land of Seed and Blossom is like all about life and love and beauty and all that stuff, but all of their ninja have like the nastiest, like it's like bugs and blood and guts and disease, and like that's all their stuff. It's wonderful. I love it. All right, cool. So the last one to go would be Kunio on the ground with a sword in his side, not necessarily in your gut, but it's in you. It only hurt a little bit. And you have a ninja from the Golden Lions on top of you on your chest, laughing.
So, Camille always prepared for such situations. As they hit the ground, is immediately going to strike the sword-bearing arm and attempt to disarm. So I'll use
Cool.
dynamic action die, right, for disarm.
Well, you can just use your actual. This is your action, right?
Okay, this is my
Yeah,
action.
because
just to disarm?
you have a standard, and then you have your dynamics after that.
Okay. And how many dice would I roll for that?
Let's see. Disarm. Let's see here. Because I have it, I have it all in the book. Let me see. Disarm. Actually, no, I think that's in the guide here. Action types. Disarm. Oh, it doesn't actually have the suggested dice. It's a very simplified version. Give me a sec. Let me actually look it up in the book. So disarming. Okay. Yeah, so that's going to be a crafts and speed, I think. Or maybe deception and speed. I like that. Let's use deception and speed.
Deception and speed, and then I get a +1 when attacking in an unsportsmanlike way. Does this qualify for that?
Let's say yes.
Just do it while making fart noises.
I was gonna say
here
below the belt, but
I got a 10 and an 8, so that's going to be 3 successes.
So that is 3 successes. Awesome. Let me roll their defense real quick. Where's my dice roller? Oh yeah, it's over here. Oh no, it's a different dude. Hold on. All right, I was rolling for the ninja here. The ninjas has way more dice than the bandits do. So.
Yeah.
So I got 3 successes. You also got 3 successes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I matched yours and it goes to the defender. What you could do is if you wanted to spend a dynamic action, you could roll 2 more dice.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's do that. Come on, lucky rolls. Nope.
I mean, how many more dynamic actions do you have left? You could roll more dice.
Oh, okay. All right.
I don't know how many you have left. I'm not really keeping good track.
I used them all. I had 3. I used all 3, but I succeeded and got disarmed.
All right, awesome. So yeah, he drops his sword off to the side. All right. But you're done now. You did your main one and your 3 dynamic actions. All right. But he is disarmed now, so that's good. All right, we're coming back around to Ryota.
Alrighty. So let's see. Let me just bring up my character sheet again. Really should have something. All right, I don't want to attack. I'm not like that's like I'm more of a strategic character. I just Oh, so do we replenish our dynamic? It gets back to turn.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Or is this
you
only
re-roll. You re-roll.
Oh.
You roll 3 more dice. Sorry. Yeah, at the beginning of the round, you roll 3 more dice. And you get 1 plus whatever successes you got on that for this round now.
Okay, so just 1 that time. 2.
So you only if you got
total,
1 success, then that means you have 2 then.
2 total. It doesn't
because it's 1
the
plus any successes that you got. Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. Then.
And everybody re-rolls that, by the way, Jeff and Anders too.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
For 3.
Okay. And that's what you get as like beginning ninja. It's 3 dice and you get 1 for free and then you get 3 dice to roll. And then it goes up from there as you gain levels and stuff.
had 0 successes.
Still got the 1. that's
Oh.
that's the thing. You're still a ninja. You'd still get the 1.
This one might be a little bit better. I'll try my invisible thread jutsu.
Okay. Let's see what that one is.
And try to make it says there are threads guys in front of me, I believe. One who tried to attack me and one who tried to attack the sisterhood, the ninja from the Sisterhood of Blood.
Yeah. Well, there's three people inside at the moment. One attacked you, one attacked Kaede, and
there's
then
one
one
behind.
attacked the Sisterhood, the sister.
So is there a limit to the targets? Is it only one at a time? It just says targets. So is it like a bunch of people? Is it a group of folks?
So the invisible threads is more of a, that's like a what's the word, like supplementary thing. So for instance, if you were like if you were doing skilled strands, which is you send your strands in to do things, you could also make them invisible and then people wouldn't even see them, that sort of thing. It's not necessarily itself a very active thing, but it just makes your strands invisible. Let me see, what else do you have? Let's see.
Okay. Okay. So it's like a buff for my get you kills damage. Okay.
Yeah, it's like a buff for the others that you have. Yeah. You know, another option of what you could do, again,
Gotcha.
Because your character is more of a social character, you could try to influence your allies, maybe bolster them. You could try to distract or feint, you know, do feints or whatever to the bad guys. You could try to coordinate. You could be like, you guys go over there and whatever, maybe give people bonuses whenever they're going to act. You know, so it doesn't necessarily need to be, it's my turn. Okay, who can I hit the best? So, because that's not really what your character is made to do.
Not really. I agree. So quick on their feet allows me to, it says +2 bonus to the character's initiative for each. So that's to me. That's only to me.
Yeah, that's why
I
you have an
can't
initiative of
tell
9.
my
That's why your initiative
to
is
say
way
like
higher.
to use a quick on their feet to grant somebody else initiative like turn.
So you wouldn't use quick on your feet to do that, but you can spend your dynamic actions to boost other people if you want. For instance, Kaneo goes on a 5, and he's up against probably the toughest of the bad guys. So if you wanted to, you could.
Yeah.
How many things did you get? You got 2 dynamic actions. You could
2,
be,
yes.
on my turn, I'm gonna hold my action and be defensive and spend both of my dynamic actions to boost Kaneo's initiative up. So you could totally do that. And that would actually mean Kaneo would go before the Golden Lion would.
Gotcha. Through the roof. The back door.
You're lagging at him.
Kunio, yeah, got knocked out the back door. I'll wait to catch up. Okay, so Kunio's out the back door.
Yeah, he's in the back with a golden lion on top of him.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Mhm.
My action then, and intent on trying to interrupt. Actually, he goes next, right? Can I like run out the back door and try to interrupt the Golden Lion's attack against Kaneo?
You could totally do that if you want to.
I mean, that's all my dynamic action. Yeah. Try to like, you know.
So are you spending you're going to spend your 2 dynamic actions to boost Kaneo's initiative up?
This just says interruptions to interrupt someone's action only once per round.
Right. So interrupt would be
for other uses for okay.
Interrupt is more like all right, now it's the Golden Lion's turn. He's about to hold on. I'm going to do something first. And that's kind of
Yeah.
what that's what an interrupt mostly is.
I
It's
thought you
your
meant like
turn. You don't
stop him
have
from
to
attacking
interrupt
by
anything
oh,
right now. It's you. You get to,
Gotcha.
you're the star.
Okay, then I'll definitely go out the back, hold my action, and see what I can do to enhance Kunio's speed. I want to
Okay.
help him.
All right, cool. So Kunio is boosted in his initiative. You're holding your actual action that makes it Kunio's turn now.
All right. Well, this guy is unarmed, and I'm going to attempt to cut him up. So what dice do I roll for standard attack?
How are you attacking? Just you're taking your sword out and like
That's
drilling it up.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Okay.
try to-
Usually it's fighting and speed, but again, with this game, it's more like you describe what you're doing and then we figure out what skills make sense with that. You know what I mean?
Cool. So I think I hope it's in that case. I hope it's dark in the alley, and as his weapon clatters to the ground, I want to like pull forth a hidden blade and attempt to stab him like in the neck. So I hope that
nice.
that means I can use both fighting and stealth.
I like it.
And then I hope that also counts as fighting in an unsportsmanlike manner.
I don't know if that's unsportsmanlike. I like the disarming. I would give that to. I think this is par for the course in terms of being an assassin.
All right.
Because you're going Assassin's Creed on it. You're going, out of the wrist there. I love it. Yeah. Do stealth and then do stealth fighting and stealth, or did you say stealth and speed?
Stealth and fighting.
Okay, yeah, fighting and stealth, that works. And I'll roll his defense.
I only got 2 successes with my 6 dice here. I could roll dynamic to do more, right? Do I wait and see what his defense is first, or do I?
You can. I rolled a 4 successes on his defense.
Okay. That's too many dice.
7, 7, 9, 8 is what I got.
Okay, I got 2 more successes, but I had to use 3 of my 4 dynamic actions. Oh, I gotta do 1 more than him, right?
You got to do at least 1 more than him. Yeah.
Ugh, all right. Oh, there it is. Rolled an 8.
Okay, cool. Well, then you will have done, well, essentially you'll do the 1 and then you'll do the 1 additional for the weapon. And that's how weapons work in this game. Essentially, if you're using a weapon, you do an additional damage. It's great. Unless that weapon has the brutal weapon quality, and then you do 2 extra. And then of course you can spend dynamic actions to do even more than that. So it's fun. Yeah, okay, cool. So that means that you would have done 2 then to him. All right, so he's got 2. -2 for him. All right, cool. Well, yeah, and you
your martial training, because I got the armor of blades.
Mm-hmm.
Close and near attacker suffer -1 penalty for constantly spinning my blades. How do I start doing
cool. That? I probably wouldn't have, since you're on your back, you're kind of prone, you're probably not spinning your blades and stuff right now. Okay. But thank you for reminding me, like, let me know that when we're compiling dice pools and stuff, let me know about that sort of stuff. I don't think it counts in this particular instance, but if you two were like standing next to each other, and face to face, then it would.
Okay.
All right, cool. All right. I think that makes it Kaede's turn.
Yes, please. I am still face to face with that guy.
You are.
Not exactly in my element, but I also know that he's weakened. So
and Ryota's guy too. Ryota ran away, so he immediately turned to you. So now you have 2 guys on you.
Oh shoot. Well, I'm smart, but I'm also independent. So I guess quickly I'll glance, like, are there any windows near me?
Yeah, the one that they jumped through.
Okay, so I'd have to
There's
go
another one on the back in the back, but you'd have to like move over. You'd have to move to that. It's not
Gotcha.
within good moving range.
Gotcha. The guy that I was fighting first, can I use pushing on Crane's wings?
So that's a defense thing. So essentially what you can do is, and see, this is the thing. So if somebody's attacking you, you can say, I'm going to block, but you're going to give yourself a -1 penalty. But if you're successful, you not only block it, but you threw them.
Gotcha. Okay.
Right.
So I don't really have offensive things at all.
It's not really what she does.
That's fair.
However, what you could do, if you wanted to like prepare yourself really, really well, you could do a rewriting history roll, which would mean the next roll that you do, you can roll any non-successful dice over. You can re-roll those once.
Okay.
So that's actually a really cool thing to do. You can spend a yen to use it reflexively, but if you don't have anything you want to do right now,
I
you
might
can
as
just
well.
activate it and it'll just mean it works for your next roll.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay, cool. So make a yen plus intuition roll then.
Okay, that is, I have 3 yen and intuition is, I believe it was a 3 last time. Yep, 3. So that's
Yeah.
6.
So I think you're rolling 6, correct? Unless you wanted to mold some key first to get additional dice.
I only have the 1 action. I didn't get any dynamic.
But you have 1 dynamic action.
Oh, you automatically get 1.
You get 1 plus whatever successes you get. Yeah.
Yeah, I had no successes.
Right. So you got the 1.
Okay.
So you have your standard and you have your dynamic. So if you mold a key with 1 and then you no, hold on. Well, no, because then it's going to count. You don't need actions for defenses. So yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
So that's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
So I think that's a good one. So mold 1 more
Okay,
yen. So now
yeah,
you're
I'll
rolling
mold
with 7 dice instead.
Okay. And no, okay, of course. Okay, so it's 1, 2. Yeah, 2. And then
2?
I had rewriting, right?
Yeah, and
Yeah,
that's fine. If you got the 2, then that's fine. It just means your next roll, you'll be able to re-roll your non-successful dice.
Gotcha. Awesome.
Which is like it's way better than it even sounds. It's like
Yeah.
it saves a lot of rolls sometimes.
Yeah, for sure.
But you're like, I understand, and basically the idea is like you're like, I understand all of the lessons of history, so I know exactly what's coming at me, which prepares you more for it. So it's really cool.
Awesome.
All right, cool. So you're done, and that means it's the Golden Lion's turn. I am going to say that he gets off of you and grabs his sword with his first action. He's going to go grab his sword. And then I'm going to spend 1 of his dynamic actions to throw some shuriken at you. Kunio. Actually, I'm going to throw shuriken at both of you. Why not? Because Ryota's out there too. So he's going to go and he's throwing, spinning blades of death.
I held my action, and do I use that at the end of at the end of this round of combat, or do I use it between?
I would have said essentially you could say like, oh, I want to take my turn right now, and that's fine. It's essentially just when you want to go, or when I have not said, like, he's acting now. But if before I said what he was doing, you could have been like, oh, can I take my turn now? I'd be like, oh yeah, sure, go for it. So you can take it after him though if you want. So he's gonna throw the shuriken. So I'm gonna make a roll. I'm just gonna make 1 roll and have you defend against it equally. It's gonna be the same roll. I don't feel like rolling twice.
What's your roll to defend?
So Kunio's on the ground. So the only thing he can do is kind of dodge at this point. You can't. Blocking it would be really hard at the angle that you're at. So I'm going to say athletics and speed for you. Ryota kind of has, he can do, however, dodging is easy, athletics and speed. Blocking, you could block, but obviously, if you're not blocking with a weapon, then you take a penalty. And if you succeed in blocking a blade flying at you with your arms, you're still going to take damage because you blocked it and it went ow, but it didn't hit your face, so that's better. So yeah, but you do have nunchuck, so you could take those out and like bash them away if you wanted to.
Let's see. So dynamic environments. It says dynamic interactions, use dynamic environments.
Correct.
I'm standing near a door, yeah?
Sure.
Can I just like throw the door in the way so the shuriken gets caught on the door?
Yeah, I'll let you do that. Yeah. Cool. So you don't have to roll. I'm gonna say now it's in the door. I like that. That's good. All right. So Kaneo, can you make a roll though to see if you get hit by shuriken?
I only had one success.
Okay. I rolled 3 successes. So that would be 2 additional successes. Shuriken is like one of the few weapons that don't add additional damage because they're just they're little, they're like little things. They're not like a sword through you. So you're just going to take the 2 damage for that. Cool. That makes it that's the bandit's turn. Yay. So I'm going to say,
may I go?
Oh yes, of course you can. Go for it.
Yes.
See, that's how that works.
Yes, may I go, please? Let's see. So as much as I like being a pacifist, I think I'm gonna break out the nunchaku and try to hit Mr. Lion.
Let's do it.
So they are chain blunt, and it's a fighting speed.
Usually fighting speed.
I guess I just kind of like moved the door and I'm like, okay, grab the nunchuck, start swinging.
Yeah, pretty much.
Teach that lion why it should be cowardly.
All right. I just got 110, so I got two successes.
Hey, don't scoff at 2. Sometimes 2 is what you need. Except in this case, I rolled 6 successes.
Oh
wow! Because I rolled 2 10s. So wow, he is good. He's like
okay.
All right, I'm using the Google. I don't think Google likes you guys. I think that's what it is. Because I'm using the Google dice roller.
I never trust dice rollers.
Dice. Hey, I mean, I don't know where my dice are. I don't know why. I played this game like a couple of weeks ago, so I should have my dice somewhere, but they're just not here. All right, so the bandits are going to let me see, I think 2 of them were on Kaede, so let's attack with those real quick. Let me see. Yeah, I'm going to attack with those. Are you ready for that?
Yeah, I guess
they
so.
Both have bats again.
And do I have defensive actions?
It's defense. You don't need.
Oh, right.
Yeah, you just roll defense. You can always defend against anything.
Okay, awesome.
So that's going to be, you would want to block. Do you want to give yourself the negative?
Yes.
Okay. So if you give yourself the negative, the -1.
Yeah.
Let's see. So that means that you'd be fighting 3, speed 2, would normally be 5 dice, but you're rolling with 2 with a -1, so it's 4 dice. But you have like water activated, so you're rolling with 6 dice.
Yes.
There you go.
Woo. See how this goes. Okay. And I have the whatchamacallit. Rewrite history.
Okay. What did you get so far?
I got 3.
You got 3? You can hold off on using the rewrite history because you beat me.
Okay.
Yeah, you beat me. And you have another attack coming at you. So
yeah.
All right, cool. So you defeated him, and that means that you not only blocked him, but you and you flipped him, and he flew out.
10 feet
He's
away.
through the other wind. He flew through a wall. So
Right in the middle of Ryota's battle.
You, you throw him to the backyard. I love it. Go ahead and roll again for the second defense.
Yeah. Dang it. Whatever. That's why I got more dice.
It's jumping out at you.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay. That's 3
That would have
again.
been a great combo attack. Oh.
3 again.
3 again. Same thing again. Yeah, because I got 2 successes on both. So yeah, same thing. So that's 2 of the
I
bandits.
use him as a weapon against the other guy.
All right, cool. All right. Well, and then one of them is still fighting the other. The other ones are just fighting the other ninja, so it's all good. And then it's so Kaneo went first. So now we're gonna re-roll again. Dynamic actions re-roll. Because Kaneo went earlier, so it's not your turn again. I almost said it. I almost was like, Kaneo, go.
Ooh.
That's a 1.
Okay, so it's whatever successes we got here plus 1. That's your dynamic actions for the round.
Yeah, I lied too.
Cool. All right. So Ryota gets to go first again. Oh, also spending dynamic actions to affect initiative, that can be done at any time. So by anybody, it doesn't have to be your turn to spend those.
And how was it? How much does it raise your initiative?
Alrighty. So
2.
I'll spend both my dynamic actions to raise my initiative 4. Why not? So I can
Okay.
go before the guy again.
Yeah. So that means that you and Ryota are going at the same time against the Golden Lion.
Oh, nice. Is he on his feet?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
combo
Well, I'm still on the
attacks.
ground. I'm still on the ground. I rather than gaining my feet, I would like to draw my katana and strike out at his leg. I'm swinging to like cut off his legs here and take him
Okay.
out.
I like that.
It'll give me a bonus for the unsportsmanlike fighting. I'm trying to
I will
find
give
ways
you
to
the
do
bonus
that.
there. Yes.
All right.
I will
So I
give
think
you
I
the
roll
bonus.
deception and speed, and then also for the unsportsman.
Yeah. No, that works. Yeah. Well, it'll be fighting and let's make it fighting and deception.
Okay, well then I should roll again.
Because usually fighting has to go in there because it is the main
Oh, yeah.
skill when you're fighting.
Fighting, that's what I rolled. Fighting.
So I'd say fighting and deception.
I rolled fighting and stealth. You want me to roll deception?
Yeah, because you're not sneakily doing it. It's more unsportsmanlike. So that's more deception than it is. Yeah.
Got it.
So are you
This
attacking the
has to-
feet and Ryota's gonna attack the top? So you're gonna
Sure,
go for
sure.
a
Yeah,
you
he
know-
goes low, I go high.
Yeah, I think that sounds good. I'll actually adjust his dice
Sweep the leg.
since you guys are fighting in concert.
Nice.
3 successes to strike
3
at those legs
successes.
with my katana.
All right.
And I'll use one of my dynamic actions to do an, let's see, enhanced attack? Is that
Okay, that'll get you 2 extra dice.
okay?
Yeah.
So that we said was 4, so it's 6 dice. Hopefully I do some crazy Bruce Lee nunchucks.
You got 3, Jeff? Or you got 3, Jeff, you said?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, 4 out of 6. Not bad.
Good job, Adam.
4 out of 6. I
Yeah,
rolled 3.
hopefully he doesn't roll 6. Okay.
No.
God.
I rolled 3.
Hopefully he
against
doesn't roll
your
6.
4. So no, it's fine. I rolled 3 versus your 4, which means you both actually got it because Jeff rolled 3 and I got 2. Adam rolled 4 and I got 3. So you both succeeded. And I gave him a penalty because you guys were fighting in concert, and that just makes sense. Yeah, I'm gonna say his legs get kind of cut out from underneath him. You bash him in the head. Wow, that sucks. I'm gonna deal him some extra damage for that. So that would be, let me see, that's 4 damage, but I'm gonna give him Let's give him an additional 2 damage. That's 6 damage. All right. Actually, that's gonna end up taking him out.
Yeah. Call them the meat grinder.
Yeah, that's gonna end up taking him out, actually.
As he's dying, I want to whisper in his ear, "My brother, I never meant to cause you any sorrow. I never meant to cause you any pain."
So silly. Okay, so
We were given a commission to throw Prince references in, by the way. That was
we
our-
were okay.
that was an assignment. So
I was so for what it's worth,
I'm
when
fine with
the sisterhood of blood started bleeding, I was like, oh, so was she wearing a hat? Was maybe a
Yeah.
raspberry beret?
Yes, the blood is raspberry colored. Yes.
Raspberry.
All right, cool. So the fight, when the fight is done, let's see. I'm gonna say there's probably one bandit that is like left alive if you for instance wanted to interrogate him to get any kind of information out. There is one left alive.
yeah, let's do that.
So there's that. You want to do that? Let's do that. It's going to be a persuasion plus intimidation roll. So whoever's got the best of that, persuasion and intimidation.
He's gonna draw his sword. I'm just gonna put my arm out. Just
Well, and the way teamwork works
one-
in terms of roles is essentially you each would take one of the skills. So like if one of you has a really high persuasion and the other one has a really high intimidation, working together, you each just roll that one skill and we combine the successes.
I have bad numbers here. I only have 2 to intimidation and 0 to persuade.
yeah, three intimidation, 2 two, is it 2 persuasion? Let's see.
Oh, okay.
So Ryota looks like
3 and
he's
3.
got 5 dice by himself.
Oh,
3 and 3.
Okay.
And Kaede has
Let's see. I think I also get an additional okay. Yeah, I'm rolling about 6 dice.
I was gonna say Ryota can just do this. This is what Ryota's
So
made.
we've got him tied up to a chair.
Yeah.
Got him tied up, like kind of manipulating like the jutsu, so
Love
I can
it.
pull it tighter
Yeah,
if I
and
want.
yeah, and you have the gift from
Like-
the authoritative temperament that you can get that additional die. Yeah.
Let's see. So seven dice to
I think that's 6 dice. Wait, you have
6 dice.
2 I'm not looking at the right place. You have 3 persuade and you have 3 intimidate. Oh yeah, so yeah, 7.
7. Whew.
That's what I'm saying. So
Get
like
one
he's
more.
just good by himself. He doesn't even need you guys to team up.
They're just watching from the corner in case.
He's like, I
anything-
got this. It's
This-
okay.
Who sent you? Who sent you? How did you know? I'm just tightening. Tell me.
Oh wow.
All right. 9, 7, and 4. Wow. And 6 and 3 and 2 and 2. Okay. So 4 wait.
2 is what you needed. So
passes.
you got 3. 2 is what I
Okay.
was looking for. So you're good. No, essentially, he spills his guts. He's like, he was told that a group of rich nobles were in this house and they were meeting unguarded. So they were coming for the easy money. They didn't even know that there was like, an ambassador from other ninja clans. And so they didn't even know what they were getting into. They were just paid and told, hey, there's some money in there if you want to go and attack. So the Golden Lions are also they're very underhanded a lot of the time. So that's a typical kind of Golden Lion tactic. To be like, Golden Lions are by definition not as powerful as actual ninja because they get all their power from stealing secrets of other ninja clans. So they have nothing original of their own. They just steal everything. So they bolster their numbers that way a lot of the time. So let me see. So in no way were they expecting ninja and the lack of guards present present at the house added further weight to this belief. Timetables don't leave long before the group must leave to the land of seed and blossom, giving them the evening and the next morning to do some investigation if you so choose. Since we only have a half hour, I'm going to say it's not much. We'll just skip that part, and we'll see what else is going on here, because there's a whole bunch of like, if you go and check out this thing, then it tells you that, and it's like it's not that that necessary. But actually, wow, actually that was only like scene 2 of like 6. So like we really didn't get that far through this adventure. But here's the thing about combat in this game is it was built very much so that you can have kind of that epic ninja battle where there's lots of, and it's very chaotic and lots of things happening all at once and whatnot. So it is the way it's designed, and the first run through can be clunky, but the second fight goes like that, third fight goes like that. As soon as you kind of understand, oh, if I want to do this, it's these dice. If I want to do this, it's these dice, and this is how this works. Especially since everything works with under like the same underlying system. You know what I mean? So it's take two things, add them together, roll that many dice. That's just how it works. So let me see here. So yeah, so you will be leaving Kahike the following morning after preparing for the trip. It's a 2-day travel, and it eventually take you to the border town of Morihogosha. And yes, the journey is fraught with danger. All right, so this is a fun thing actually here. The way that the rules work for travel, let me bring that up, because there's the way that we do travel. We don't just say like, oh cool, you traveled for a couple of days and that's just what it is. We call them journeys in this game. So there's 5 stages to a journey, and each of you will make a roll, and then you'll have to figure out. So basically it'll be each of you has to make a roll, and then you'll figure out which of the other two, which 2 of you will make the 4th and 5th. If there were 5 of you, each of you would have to make it. If there's less than that, you have to repeat players. But the first roll is for planning and preparation. So who wants to make this roll? It's going to be a knowledge and persuade roll.
I
All right.
feel like I'd be smart for having expertise in the 5 kingdoms.
Okay, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I'll give you that bonus die as well.
Awesome. And I have 4 for knowledge and 2 to persuade. So that's
7.
7. Yeah,
That would be 7.
because it's +1 with expertise. Yep. Oh. Okay. That's 4.
4? Nice. Okay. That's actually going to get you guys a karma as well. So you guys are at karma 5. That's just pretend that says karma, because I did a typo. It says karam. So yeah, so you succeeded. With that success, what that means is that you are going to be able to allow for a reroll for one of the other 4 stages. So if somebody fails really badly, they can reroll. So hopefully we'll see what happens. The next stage is river, and it's the pacing in the distance. So since it's a 2-day travel, I'm going to probably up the difficulty to 3. But this is going to be a fortitude and travel roll. So who wants to make that one?
I have 0 fortitude.
Yeah,
That's
I have
not
0
good.
fortitude, but I have 2 travel.
It can't be you.
I know.
You did the first one.
Travel as well.
One-
What are your skills?
I got 1 and 1. I got 1 fortitude, 1 travel.
All right. So which one of you 2 wants to do it? Either of you would only be rolling 2 dice.
So I do have contacts, and it says that one of them has travel. It says Yukio Asieto, a talented wagoneer. She is able to get clients any number of places or make it harder to get from one city to the next.
Awesome.
So I don't know if
you're gonna call up
that's relevant at
Yukio
all.
to help you.
Yeah.
Cool.
Seems like it'd be helpful.
Totally, that'll add 2 dice to your travel if you wanted to call her with her wagon.
Okay.
Well,
So
your magic
four
should be
total.
fine.
So yeah, so you'd have 4 then, yeah. Well, then that makes you the obvious choice to make this roll then.
A 9, a 6, 5, and a 2.
9,
So
6,
one?
5, 2. So that's only 1. So I was looking for 3 on this one.
Oh
So
my
do you
goodness.
want to roll any karma dice? You have karma dice.
You
if
guys
want
think we
to.
should roll some karma dice?
Is everybody okay with him rolling karma
You know
dice?
what happens if we fail? What happens if we fail this roll?
Let me see. If you fail,
We drown in the
die.
lake.
oh, if you fail, you guys have to take on a condition, a deprived condition. Meaning something to the effect of like you ran out of food before you got there, or you didn't pack enough, or you didn't account for the scorching heat, that sort of thing. So that's what this one is.
Any
I
number
say-
of karma dice?
It's up to you guys. You could take, can I have them all? And as long as they say it's okay, then you can take them all. So there's
Yeah.
5 there's 5 right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, go for it, Adam.
I got 1. I think 3. We need 2 more.
Let's go for 3.
Yeah.
I like
No,
that.
3. Okay.
I mean, I'm perfectly okay with it, but it doesn't actually matter if I say yes.
A 10, an 8, and a 2. So I got
Damn.
4. I got 3 that time.
There you go. Okay, cool. With a success, anybody who needed to heal a psyche, you will recover 1 psyche. So that's Kunio. You'll recover a psyche there. So that's good. I like it. All right. The next one is called Forge, and it is enemies and confrontations. This is to avoid. So this is actually really good for Kunio.
Yeah,
This is to avoid stuff because it's a perception and stealth roll, which is, that's basically Kunio right there.
Okay. Let's roll. Well, it's a perception roll. Perception is only 1 for me.
Well, perception and stealth though. So
Yeah, stealth is 3, so I got to roll 4 dice. Oh, 2 10s. That's 4 successes.
nice. There you go. All right. Well, that was definitely a success then. And let's see, anything good happen? No, just success means you don't run into a battle. You don't get ambushed or anything. Failure means, oh God, I have to fight something. All right, cool. So the next one is going to be called Mountain. This is getting through obstacles and environmental hazards. It's going to be a survival and travel roll.
Oh, that's a 1 and a 2.
It's only 2. It's only 2 for me.
What is?
I have a 1 and a 1.
That's
What
3
you
dice
have
for Kaede then.
I have. I also get +1 when we're traveling through other lanes. Is this a different another?
Yeah,
lane?
you would get that +1.
Awesome. So that means that I get
100%.
+4 then.
That's from your wartime role as a refugee. Yes.
Yeah. Dang it! That's a 1.
Just 1 success?
Yes.
Let me see how many successes you needed. Oh, you only needed 1. You
Oh,
only
okay.
needed 1. No,
Yeah.
you're fine. Okay. You only needed 1 for that one.
Thank goodness I had my refugee.
And yeah, and it's, success just means that like, oh, it's cool. It says that you would actually reduce if any of you had an injury condition, if you had an injured condition, you'd reduce it by 1. So awesome. All right,
Yeah.
cool. And the last one is called Temple, and this is how you arrive at your new place, the arrival and reception. And it is a empathy and intuition.
I might.
1 for me.
Let's see, empathy 2.
Oh dang, that would have been good for me.
I have empathy 2, intuition 3. I also am a let's see. Oh man, I'm a noble, but I only get +1 discipline. And let's see, intimidation to issue commands. Yeah, I mean, I still roll 5 dice. All
That's really
else
good,
fails.
actually.
Let's see. So I'll go with that first. I don't think there's anything else I have in that regard, but all right. All right, 9 and 8 and 2 and 6 and 1. So two successes.
Okay, 2 successes. I was like, I can keep track of that. I was like, that sounds like the worst drummer ever. 6 and 8 and 1 and 4 and like, wait, what? What are you doing? All right, cool. So yeah, you actually only needed 1 success for that too, so you're fine.
Oh.
It's actually easy when you're traveling along a road. It gets harder if you're going through like wilderness or if you're going like on the river. Those are the options that we have in the book. But this one's actually pretty good. And it says that if you succeed, let me see. Yeah, no, just nothing bad happens if you come. So essentially, you came into the town and everybody, you know, you have the right papers and you're ready and you came in with the right customs and people are like, oh, what are you here for? And you're like, I'm here for this, and shut up and get out of my way. And it works. It's fine. It's a roll and it happens and it's wonderful.
And I'm gonna I would take the lead, but I'm too calm, so I come off as cold.
Yes, exactly.
Shut up, get out of my way. I'm fine with it.
But yes, so you actually, this is you arriving at a place called the Black Dragon Inn. It's let me see. This is where you guys would be resting then for the evening. You've traveled for quite a long time without stopping, and sleeping in a bed sounds much better than on the hard ground. So the inn can be seen from the road. It's a quaint little building with more than enough room for everybody who is here. As you approach, you see a short, chubby man waddling down to meet you guys, and he introduces himself as Taro Minchi. He's very friendly and loud, and he loves talking to new people. So he's like all up in your guy's face, and he's just like, so tell me where you guys are from. You know, you feel free to ignore him. But part of this comes with the job, obviously, because you know him as a Lotus Coalition informant. So he likes to talk to people and he likes to get their stories because he feeds that information back to the ninja clans. But also he probably has like, you know, he's just a really social dude. So when you stay there, essentially, we have options here of if you wanted to talk to him, if you had certain questions you wanted to ask him, and I have some sample answers that he might give. So yeah, so there's some of that stuff.
Yeah, if we know he's a Lotus informant, does he know that we're members of Lotus?
Only if you reveal yourself.
Well, late at night when it's appropriate, I think I would perhaps while there's is he running the tavern or the inn, or
yeah, he runs the place. Yeah,
late at night, either after everyone's gone to bed or everyone's had a lot to drink, I might take him aside and whisper if there's we have some identifying probably phrase or something like that, I assume, like ninja spies. So I lean forward and say, dream if you can a courtyard, an ocean of violence and bloom. And that's the way that he knows we're part of the Lotus Coalition.
Obviously, yes. He says, this is what it sounds like, yes. Well, very cool. And you notice that like you know for a fact like he's not a ninja. Like he has no physicality to him that would indicate any such thing. But he doesn't necessarily change the way that he's treating anybody knowing that you guys are ninja. So he's like, yeah, you know, everybody's invited, and now he knows, so that's awesome. But yeah, he does actually you know, he invites you guys to have drinks and, you know, have a fun time and all that stuff. So yeah, most definitely. Let me see if there was anything else here, because it looks like
I need a
there's-
bath after all that travel.
Yes, there's definitely that. There's definitely that. But if
An
if you talk to
onsen.
him, he's talking about like, his brother who lives in the Bridge to Battle province, who also has a store, and he can get you a discount, if you want, if you go over there. He starts, telling everybody about how all the bandits, and he's surprised you guys didn't get attacked on the way here. So yeah, so there's some stuff like that. So if you talk to some of the other guests, you hear things like there's women who are being disappeared from smaller villages along the border. So there's stuff like that. The Izu Empire are developing, really like more powerful firearms than they have currently. So stuff like that. It's more just kind of general. This would be like, again, if we weren't ending in 5 minutes or so, this would be where I would be implanting lots of world building ideas and whatnot into you. So, so let me see here. So you spend the night at the inn. Okay, so then you would be, you cross over the border to the land of seed and blossom. You go to the Kokusu Chitai province. And it's quite the experience. It has been a somewhat eventful journey to the land of seed and blossom. And the change in temperature makes some of you wish that you have come in lighter clothing. The weather is beautiful and the sun shines brightly. Such beauty is obviously an omen of much worse things to come. Unbeknownst to the characters, there are enemies awaiting their arrival to the border. Let me see. The plan of involving the Izu ninjas directly contrary to the Blossom Elders' wishes, making the characters rebels within their own rebellion. So this is where essentially you cross the border to come help them, and the people in charge in the land of seed and blossom, they're like, we didn't ask them to come. So you would have to fight some blossom ninja, which is fun. But we don't have time for that. So you fight them. We're gonna assume you win. We're gonna assume you win. I assume you would win. And also, I'm sorry, and then Kania would be healing. I forgot exactly how much. I think you heal like 1 or 2 like every scene that would go by. You'd heal generally. Conditions are harder to lower, but just general damage, that just goes away a few every scene. So you'd be like, okay, so after the travel you would have healed 1, and staying the night you would have healed 1, and then like traveling again you would have healed 1, unless you would have like rolled poorly and whatnot. Gosh, I kind of don't want to do a disservice to the adventure by just like narrating the rest. So I think I'm going to call it there. But if you guys want to pick it up another day, like I will run the rest for you. Like it's actually a pretty cool, like what you find out when you cross the border and you find that stuff out about the other clans. I think it's actually pretty cool. But I would hate to do you guys have any questions about the game or anything?
Is there a PDF of this?
On podcasts? Looks like there's a couple of podcasts where you did some stuff with this. Any other podcasts, where they did Ninja Crusade?
I know that Passion Nerdly is they're running one, like theirs is, I think they're going into like season 3 of their podcast, running Ninja Crusade. Passion Nerdly. They actually just asked me to come on and be a guest character, and I'm like, hey, I'll do it. Yeah, fine, I'm good with that. But yeah, so they're running it. They've been running it again for years now at this point. So they started as like young ninja, and they've grown, and it's pretty fun to listen to. So there's that. I've done a couple of things. If you go to my YouTube channel, I've done a couple of actual plays with it. And obviously I believe I've run Ninja Crusade here before. So if Tony has that up on the YouTube channel or here, then you can go grab that one as well. I think I heard Adam ask if it's on PDF. It is. There are 5 books out for it currently, with more coming later, but there's the main book, which has more than enough to get you started. All the other books just add more, but if you just get the core book, it is actually quite a lot in that book. So But yeah, so we have 2 clan books that kind of elaborate on the existing clans, and then we have the Land of Seed and Blossom, which brings you to a whole other nation, and then we have the Empire's Reign, which gives you all of the information on if you wanted to play characters in the Empire going after ninja instead of the other way around, which is a fun book. I actually quite like that one. I always like being able to define the bad guy and make them empathetic. You know, it's like, it's like not all soldiers that work, a lot of them were like enlisted, or what's the word, drafted. Like a lot of them were like drafted. Some of them are just doing it because of all the propaganda the emperor spreads about the ninja, and they're just like, oh no, I obviously need to go fight these ninja. They're really going to destroy our nation. I need to fight them. So it's like you can't
operating from their own perspective.
Exactly. So it's like they're not necessarily bad people, even if they are the antagonists to the ninja. Yeah. So there's
sort of
only
like,
one group. What's that?
Sort of like at the beginning of She-Ra, Princesses of
Yeah,
Power,
very much like that. Yeah.
Princesses, and it's like, why would princesses be bad?
Yeah, no, exactly. And it's kind of like that. I think there's only one group. There's only one group that I think everybody has agreed is just bad within the Empire, and those would be the what are they called? The Iron Shackles, I think they're called. Now I don't remember. And their job is literally to find celestial animals and enslave them. And a lot of people are like, no, that sounds pretty evil, dude.
Can't be good.
And yeah, I can't even argue. I'm like, yeah, that is kind of evil. It's what they do, though. Let me see. I'm trying to remember what they're called now. What are those things called? No, that's not the right book. 109. Where's 109? There it is. All right. So no, it is it's Iron Breakers. It's what that is. So what they do is they actually have taken like demon bones and they've learned how to basically enslave celestial animals using demon bones. And it's really creepy, and it was really fun to write up. But I understand why people hate them because they're evil. But
the story has to have a villain worth hating.
Yes. And the Golden Lions were especially fun to write up because I got to write up the rituals that they use to steal ninja techniques from other ninja, which is a lot of fun. So anyway,
so they're demons, that front. So they're bony. They're bone oni. I just wanted to make.
Yes, they are.
I just want to make
bone oni. Yes,
bony. Couldn't resist.
No, he needs his own set. I want to give him a type 5 and see what happens.
I only play off of other funny people. That's how I work. I'm terrible. I cannot tell a joke.
Same way. I get it.
So you'd be better at like improv.
And he's frozen.
Well,
you can't play off anyone if you're gonna freeze.
Yeah, he would not be good at improv over the
internet. Can't imagine what I'd be doing.
Yeah, in person it would be good though.
There's one ISP available in their area, in my area.
Wow,
and
just
one?
I
got. Yeah.
Are you like plugged into the actual like hard lined in?
No, I still have Wi-Fi, but this Wi-Fi has never failed me. I think it's
just on Tuesdays.
I just on Tuesdays and Fridays.
Fridays very rarely an issue I've found.
Oh, really?
Sometimes.
So it is a daily. It's depending upon the actual day. That's interesting.
We're gonna be kind and say I don't think you notice it on Fridays, and we don't point it out.
It's true. Might be
I think
true.
you need a hard line, man. Run it through those ceiling tiles.
Is there even an Ethernet cable like on this computer? Hey, yeah, there is. I could do that.
There you go.
Who knows?
But yes, so but again, the interesting thing about Ninja Crusade to me again was being able to really tie everything into the core system of, take two things, combine them together, roll that many dice, see what happens. And there's a lot of really fun things that happen when you get the dynamic actions. When you're starting Ninja and you might only have 2 or 3 dynamic actions per round, it's like, I don't know how to use these, because I only have a few and I need to conserve them. But when you get higher up where's Ninja rank? Hold on. So, because you start off with 1 and then you roll 3 dice. And if you hit, when you hit rank 2, you get 2 and you roll 3 dice. When you hit rank 3, you get 2 and you roll 4 dice. Then you have 3 and you roll 4 dice, and then you have 4 and roll 4 dice. So like you end up getting more and more dynamic actions. And when you have tons to work with, that's when you get like a Sasuke versus Daidira fight. And I've had that happen before where it's like, I'm going to do my big ultimate jutsu. Well, I anticipated, so I do an interrupt and I like, bam, I anticipated you were going to do that. So I had already done this one. And then it's like, oh, I'm going to interrupt you because I also anticipated that you would anticipate me. And it just becomes a whole like rolling thing of just interrupts constantly. And that's a lot of fun when you get to like master ninja level and you're like, being silly with like how powerful all your characters are. But yeah, I've run like, I ran a campaign that was like 2.5 years long, and we were playing like pretty much twice a month for that long. And yeah, we got up to master level, like to the point I had to basically retire their characters because it was like I had nothing to throw at them after a certain point. So I was just like, go solve this political debate because I can't throw anything that you can't punch to death. So now you're going to be peacekeepers now. Especially when you start learning jutsu from other clans, because at first you can only start off with your stuff, but you can go off and you can start learning all kinds of crazy jutsu from other clans. So it can get really wild when you start combining weird ones. So do you guys have any other questions for me? I'm always really bad, Tony, at ending these, aren't I? So if you have any, because I'll just keep rambling. If it's quiet, I need to fill the void. I really am. So I guess I'm just going to end it. I'm not going to ask you guys anymore to ask me stuff again. I'm just going to end it. It's over. It's over now.
So much.
I had a great time.
I had a fun time. It's a cool system. Thank you.
Thank you guys so much. Feel free to hit me up on Discord if you have any additional questions or follow-ups or anything. Just hit me up. I'm always around.
I'd love to. Are you on Drive Through RPG? I want to purchase this.
Yeah. Drive Through RPG is a good place. You can go there and all 5 of the books are there. Yeah, all 5 books are there. There's also some additional like PDF only clans, if you really want to go crazy with it and buy more. But like I said, there's a lot in the core book. So I would say pick that one up, see if you dig it. And if you like it, then there's a lot more coolness in the other books.
Awesome.
I also checked out your music, so I'll be listening to that later.
I appreciate it. Check it all out. I do lots of stuff. All right, guys. I will check you guys later.
Have a good night.
Nice meeting you, Eloy.
Have a great night. Bye, Tony. I'll